Hello, welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. This is Shannon,
I'm Arianna.
and we're here to discuss Reddit stories and whatever else we feel like discussing.
Yeah.
So, the last time you left us, Zuko was sick. He was throwing up everywhere.
The last time we recorded, he was currently at the animal hospital after he got surgery.
So, how is Zuko doing?
He's doing a lot better. He's still not 100% yet. He's eating like small meals. His appetite's slowly coming back, though. He shouldn't have had a donut today, but he really loves Tim Hortons donuts. So I let him have a donut. He was so excited because last week he really wanted, even though he wasn't feeling good, he wanted to go with my mom because she'll take all the dogs to go get donuts. And so he wanted to go, but he didn't even eat it last week because he was so sick. But this week he ate the whole donut.
I know, the poor baby.
Yeah, he's got lots of pills and stuff now, but it's slowly dwindling down. We run out of stuff. Like his just was on the last of his pain meds and whatever it is that makes him not throw up.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow will be the first day without that, and it'll just be his antibiotics.
Well, hopefully he keeps, healing and recovering. He's just such a big baby. And if you don't know, he's an Alaskan Malamute. How old is Zuko?
I think he's 5 now.
Oh, so yeah, he's middle-aged.
Middle-aged. Yeah.
I can relate.
Big dogs don't usually live that long. Sad.
Oh, that's depressing.
He is my only dog I've had that's my own, but he's my expensive dog.
Yeah,
this is the third summer, like counting September summer in a row that he's had some kind of emergency.
Yeah, last year
it was the bag of grapes.
Yep,
he ate a pound or two of grapes.
Got into the garbage can, ate a bag of grapes, old grapes. So he had to go to the hospital for that because if you don't know, grapes are toxic to dogs.
And they made me call poison control for dogs, which they said for his weight he can eat 5, which
I mean, he's a pretty white dog. Yeah. So like my little Jasper, who's 20.
Probably like half a grape for Jasper.
Yeah. So, yeah, grapes are very toxic to dogs.
Yep.
And then the year before that,
I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't know.
Came home and he was like,
he was almost like septic, right?
Dying. Yeah.
Like throwing
up, uncontrollable bowel movement, bleeding from everywhere.
Yeah, like it was a weird freak thing. We don't know why.
Vets didn't even know why.
And he's using this crate. Like she came home and that's how he was. So.
Yeah. And he had to that time was the longest he had to stay at because of course it happened on a Saturday. So he had to go to the emergency vet and he had to stay 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think they felt bad for you because the cost wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was still very expensive, but I feel like you're young. It was your baby dog. They were a little kind to you.
Which is good. Mm-hmm. Just that I had savings to pay for that at that point.
Yeah.
I got to stay through the last of my savings with this last round.
Well, good. I want you to live with me forever. You and your husband can just move in with me and I won't ever have to live alone. So that'd be great. I mean, I'm teasing. I want you to have a full life. But I like how in Europe, families build on to the family properties, right? I like that.
I don't.
You have your own separate space.
I think it's not for some people fine. Yes, it works. But I don't know. We don't have a family farm or just like a old castle-like house. I really want to say it. I think it's okay for us to, me to live somewhere, not in this home or the property or the commune it's becoming with my brother next door and then his wife's brother behind them.
Oh my gosh, you just need to buy a house next door. Like when they sell their house, you can buy the other house on the other side. That'd be amazing.
I'm going to go where I can get a job.
Well, you can drive.
Yeah, but not driving would also be nice.
Yeah, nobody lives near the job.
That's my goal one day.
Okay.
Well, I guess if I have my own firm eventually, then I would live at my job.
Well, but no, you'd love the long drive to get away.
You're right. I have an office that's 2 hours away on purpose, so that way I drives every day.
Drive downtime, time to clear your head. Otherwise, if you're always at work, that's not healthy.
That is true. I do love the drive home. listening to music and jamming out to music, it doesn't feel long.
No, I mean,
it only feels long in the mornings when you're running late.
Yes. I mean, generally where we live in the country. It takes a half hour to 45 minutes to get to like work
Anywhere.
for most people. Like it takes that 20 minutes to half hour just to get to like the bigger grocery store.
Well, yeah, because there's the local ones, but
it's more expensive. It's small, but you
Yeah.
also like there's a need for that, right?
But yeah, like if it's when you're missing like I don't know ranch or some kind of thing for dinner and you just want to run quick and
Or you want to make some brownies or something. And clearly we aren't keeping them in business because we're talking about other things. But like
it's usually I go to like the Dollar General like when you're craving like that really bad for you microwaved like I microwave it the little Tostitos pizzas that are really good every once in a while. They're so bad for you. You can eat the party size one just by yourself.
Yeah, there's something weird and good about that. It's not filling, but it's like 1,000,000 calories and like sodium.
Forever.
I think the next time we stress, we should have one in the freezer for you, so that way you can have it. Those little Tostino ones. Yeah. So I'm still deep into the Court of Thorns and Roses avatar. So like I am now on a Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Is it Maas or Moss?
I've heard Moss, I think.
It's Maas. So I'm not sure. And obviously when I hold it up, if anyone is looking at
it.
And
that camera probably is horrible if you're watching this.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Eventually we'll have good equipment, but right now it is what it is.
Well, if we ever make money from it, yes. But if not, what's the point of buying good equipment?
Well, just for us, like for fun. Someday this is for fun. So like you could show our grandkids or like my grandkids out. Look, what if I'm passed away? Like, oh, there's grandma. Actually, I heard
they want you to talk about Court of.
They do. they would love to see this. I think it'd be cool to see my mom like when she was younger in something, right?
That is true. I can't imagine your mother getting.
What? Sorry, Mom, you're listening.
It's forever in my head. 50, I think. Yeah.
50? It's okay. It's younger than she is now.
Yeah. Like you're forever in my head, like at 35. I think.
Well, awesome. Thank you. If people are worth that, I was like 35 too. So I'll take it. I'm in my mid, almost late 40s. Ew, gross. So yeah. Well, I'd rather age than not age at all. So I'm embracing it. Not doing the Botox and lip injections and all those other things.
Think you would if you could afford it.
At this point, I wouldn't do Botox. I would do more facials. I'm more holistic.
Oh, I don't like getting like a routine like facial, like maybe even just like once a month. Yeah, like so nice. Like
and like one laser out some like dark spots that I have. Just I would do lasers. Yeah, like I would if I could afford it. I've thought about my lips, but then I see people and their lips are so big. And it's fine if that's for you. It's not for me.
Yeah.
So I just would like a little bit of plumping. I don't need the full on Brad doll look.
Like they do is it the lip flip?
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
Yeah. I've seen some bad ones. I'm on like TikTok and they show like somewhere like, oh, they regret it.
But just like the microblading, some people look amazing with it. Yeah. And some people like you see them, you're like, whoa.
I would have to like see lots of examples from like that artist just like because I like the natural look.
Yes.
To make sure when it's like obviously it's when it's fresh, it's gonna look
when it's fresh, everyone looks like ooh.
Yeah. But then, like once it's healed, like it would look natural, I'd do it. But I would have to do like a lot of research and like I guess with any tattoo you wanna like and do research on your artist to make sure they're good.
Like I've seen some really good ones and I've seen some ones like the whole time and just you're like, oh, that just doesn't look natural.
I saw on TikTok because last night I was like scrolling before bed. Like it was like a new trend. Like I got into like this whole thing of girls getting these like neck tattoos. Some of them looked really cool. One was like a geometric pattern. But the one girl was really upset. So, like, she would draw it on herself and she would draw it, like, underneath, like, her jaw, right? Mm-hmm. But the tattoo artist went a little over. So, like, on the side, you could see it. Oh. She hated that it changed, like, the shape of her face.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad. Because it's kind of permanent.
Yeah. Like, it was, like, totally blacked out. So, like, even if you do the removal, like, you'd see it. It takes a long time to actually remove.
It takes time. It's more painful and it leaves a scar.
Yeah. It's almost like you're burning the tattoo then in your body. Right. What it is, right?
Yeah, you're burning it off. So basically it leaves a scar. So I don't know. It's almost better if you then remove it.
A lot of times they remove it and then they do a cover up over top.
Yes.
I've seen that. Or if like someone wants a cover up and then it's just too much for what they want to put over top of it, they get it removed and then do a cover up.
Have you seen the white light tattoos? That you can see under black light.
They last long. I've seen things that only last a couple of years. They look cool.
I think they look cool.
I think on our skin, it just wouldn't really show up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're pretty pasty.
I saw one like where one girl had it like this cool like wave design on her thigh and it looked really good, but she had like darker skin. And
yeah.
Like it actually could stand out.
Yeah, we barely. Like right now we're tan and to everybody else in the world, we're not tan. No. So, yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely see it. I think it'd be cool to have it like so it's almost like a little darker blue light. So then like, oh.
I've heard this doesn't last long.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun though.
I was supposed to have a tattoo. I had a tattoo appointment the Monday. Zuko had his surgery, so I canceled it because it's obviously not financially responsible to get a tattoo. But I'm sad. I want it.
Well, you only have like 20 of them, so I think you can wait. That's fine. You'll get it one as soon.
You're just anti-tattoo. I
am not anti-tattoo.
I want to fill up my arm and then eventually I'm gonna work on a sleeve for my one arm. And then I've been like obsessed with like the giant thigh tattoos. And I think I want one on the side of my thigh.
The only reason you like the thigh tattoos is because once I had said I don't like thigh tattoos. So I think
that's what happens. Like one time a guy that was allergic to shrimp lived with us, and the entire time he lived with us, I was just craving shrimp.
You are. So that was so you. So yeah, because once I said, oh, I don't think I like girls with like really large thigh tattoos. And then she's been obsessing over them. I'm like, I should never have said anything. And again, I don't care what someone else does with their body. But then it's like, because I birthed you, I feel like I can comment.
Yeah. Oh, another thing was when the one person we know thought she might be pregnant, like, can you have deli meats? I really wanted it like a wrap with some deli meats.
Yeah, you really have to watch the deli meats. It's funny. With someone else, yeah, you're right. And what is funny, like she, like, we have shrimp once in a while or whatnot. But like when that person lived with us for, I don't know, it's only 2 months. Like every week she'd let's buy shrimp. I'm like, no. I'm like, he's definitely allergic. So we can't
this week. Yeah.
I'm like, no, we can do
in the next week. Do you want salmon for a couple of nights for dinner?
No, yeah. You were just so I subconsciously said that.
Yeah.
Or I said that subconsciously. You're like, oh, I need that.
He insulted your cooking, didn't he?
No.
He called one of your meals a shit bowl or something.
Oh, he asked if it's a shit bowl because Anthony makes shit bowls. Oh, is this a shit bowl?
It's insulting. And then my dog didn't really respect him at all because he's never tried to eat from any of our plates. He'll steal food if he sees an opportunity and we're not looking. But the guy was sitting in front of his plate and my dog went up to go just eat right from it.
Well, yeah, I think, Zuko definitely, he doesn't want, it's interesting, right? So Zuko, he's raised by women like you, me, and he does respect Anthony though. But
Anthony just scares the dog.
Well, he commands respect. He's an alpha. So like Zuko doesn't really care for men. Any man that you've dated, even Zuko doesn't respect them. That you've brought around. But now Alice is looking for a daddy.
Yeah.
So when I used to go to dog parks,
which is weird because she's never had no man has lived in this house when we've had Alice.
No.
Yet she loves men.
She loves men. Loves men. And so, like, when we used to go to the dog park, she hates dog parks. I've stopped going because I've also heard horror stories. But she would go up to other men and, like, go wag her tail and go see them. She had nothing to do with dogs. Her fun was chasing them away from me.
Like men.
She likes men.
Too much lately when people come over. We need to get back onto that.
Well, you have to leash her and hold her.
I feel like leashing. Zuko's so good when she's not around. He's so calm. Then she's all jumpy, gets him jumpy.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Like a little springboard when people come around.
Springboard off people. Very bad. Like I got her, I don't know, I was like depressed. Like it was like 2019.
Yeah.
And then 2020 happened. So we literally had no company for the longest time. So she's not really socialized with other dogs or people really. So people she likes, other dogs not crazy about. But so she gets overexcited. And I did take her to training. And for the dog, she was a star student there. But like the dog trainer's always like, when people come over, throw treats on the ground.
Doesn't work for her.
No, she'd rather jump on the person than eat the
she
treat.
doesn't want the treat. She wants the people.
Yeah, so we're working on it. But if you put her on the leash and then give her treats randomly, like she eventually calms down, then she's fine. But really, within 20 minutes, she's completely fine. It's just annoying when the first time someone comes over for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Though my friend stopped by with her husband to drop off something. And I was in the pool, so I stayed in the pool. My 2 dogs were out. Yours is chained up outside so he doesn't run away. It's not like he's chained outside often, but like we don't have a
just while we're outside.
Yeah. So, and I'm not holding him on a leash. So my 2 generally stay in the yard. Jasper barked like he always does. Alice saw them, and then she could have cared less when she was outside.
Interesting. So it's only in the home.
It's in the house. Yeah.
Weird.
She never jumped on her or anything, or her husband.
That's weird.
It was really not Alice liked. I was like, oh, sorry, you might get mugged by my dogs, but she didn't jump all over them.
See, when Amanda came over and for like the concert we're going to, we had dinner at the house. I had put Alice away because it was right at the day I took Zuko home from a surgery. Because I didn't want her hyping him up and getting him excited. So my friend goes in to go say hi to Alice, and she was jumping and like pulling on her clothes.
Oh my gosh!
Like shove her down.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was a little much.
It was a bit much. Yeah.
Okay.
And then she had to go back in because she wouldn't calm down, and I didn't want Zuko hyped up the day after he got his surgery.
Well, I wasn't here either, so apparently I felt like she had no one to listen to. She adores her mommy.
She does.
Yeah.
Little weirdo.
Yeah.
Copies her snoring.
So she does not. And yes, I do snore sometimes. But Alice doesn't copy my snoring. She just has her own snoring. So anyway, I wanted us to take a quiz. So since I'm big in the ACOTAR world, which I was talking about earlier, there's a quiz, and you can choose what court you belong to. So I think this book has it. I just wanted to mention. So like if you're into these books, there's like different realms. So like you can be part of the summer court or
I don't think my original books have this like kind of map in it.
So there's a spring court, autumn court, summer court, winter court, dawn court, day court, the night court, which I'm reading now, which I'm loving.
I love the night court. See, I feel like the day court would be boring. What Tamlin is spring court, right?
Tamlin's
they're like completely opposites.
Completely opposites.
Mm-hmm. Which one did you end up with? Because you took the quiz. I have not.
Okay, so I want you to take the quiz real quick. It's a fast quiz. That's why we can do it here.
All right.
So, no, I have to read it to you because otherwise no one can see. So which court, Arianna, do you belong to?
I'm a visual person. I need to look at these.
So
we can do this over the phone.
And I called her. I'm like, no, we can do it on the pod. Which superpower most interests you? Telepathy, water manipulation, strength, ice manipulation, shape-shifting, air manipulation, or healing?
Ooh. Shoot. I don't know. I'm between maybe water manipulation or shape-shifting. I think I'm going to go shape-shifting.
Okay.
What's next?
What is your favorite fairy tale? Snow White, Little Red Riding Hood, Goldilocks, Hansel and Gretel, Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, or Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the Beast. Out of all those.
What cute little baby animal would you love to own? A fox, a bear, a wolf, a dolphin, a bird, raccoon, or a cat?
Oh my gosh. I'm between a raccoon and a fox. Raccoons' little hands are so
They're little,
cute.
yeah.
But I've got 3 fox tattoos, so I'm going to go with the fox.
Mm-hmm. It's your first date with your crush. What do you do? Paddleboarding?
No, I'd fall.
A hike and then campfire and
How big of a
s'mores.
hike is it?
Picnic at the Tulip Festival.
How busy is the festival?
I know. Disney on ice and hot cocoa.
Oh gosh, no.
Stargazing on a rooftop.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Early morning bird watching. Oh, God.
No thanks.
A pottery class.
Okay, pottery class might be fun.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going realistically, like which one I choose, like first, say like someone's giving me these.
These are the options, guys. Like, what would
I
you
don't
like
know.
to do?
I'm between. Well, if someone's like, you want to stargaze on a rooftop, I guess I'd be like, really? That's our first day? We're stargazing on a rooftop? It's a little weird.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna push me off. Like, what rooftop are we going to?
Yeah, first date with your crush is kind of weird. Maybe I'll go to the pottery class. That sounds fun.
Okay. Yeah, then you kind of get a sense, is he a
Yeah.
creep? Is he
If you don't
nice?
like need to like just stare at him the whole time, like there's other people around.
Right.
It gets weird.
What do your friends love about you? This one was hard for me. It's like, what do my friends love about me? Your soothing presence,
Nah, I don't think so.
your brilliant mind, your passion, your wit, fun to be around, you're supportive,
Not really.
positive attitude.
Definitely not that. I don't know. Which one do you think it would be? Maybe my wit?
I think your wit.
Yeah, okay, let's go with that one.
What's an item on your bucket list? Climb a tall mountain, complete a
Oh, definitely
triathlon,
not that.
learn to scuba dive,
The ocean scares me.
read 100 books in 1 year,
I've definitely done that.
ski in the Alps,
Nah, never skied. That sounds like I died.
invent something useful,
Sounds time consuming.
own a lake house.
That sounds nice.
It's a party at your friend's house. You're organizing a game of capture the flag,
Absolutely not.
chatting with friends on the couch,
Maybe.
dancing like there's no
No.
tomorrow, reading a book in the corner and eating party snacks.
I'd want to do that, but I would not read a book. Just I know people will judge.
Debating if you should jump in the pool with or without your clothes.
No.
Throwing the party.
Absolutely not.
Setting up the projector for an outdoor movie.
Yeah, I'd be annoyed about it. Like, why am I the one setting up this projector? Not my party.
Right?
Maybe chatting with friends on the couch. That's the most real, like, actual realistic.
You're basically perfect. But if you had to admit to one flaw, what would it be? Too competitive.
I am competitive.
A little bossy.
Sometimes.
Too shy.
Yeah.
Workaholic.
Not really.
You speak your mind.
Not often.
Can't say no.
That's not a problem.
A little lazy.
Sometimes.
So what is your biggest flaw?
I don't know. I don't think I'm that competitive where it's a flaw.
No.
I think I'm not bossy either. I guess maybe too shy sometimes.
Okay. All right, this is it. Choose a set of colors. Red and gold, white and gold, blue and gold, white and green, black and purple, pink and yellow.
Black and purple.
Okay. That part they just asked for email. I say no.
All right. What am I?
Oh, you got a different one than me. You belong in the autumn court. And Prythian? I know I mispronounce all the words in my head as I'm reading it. So
Rhysand? That's how you say his name?
Rhysand. I say Rhysand.
Yeah, that's how I would pronounce it in my head.
You love the outdoors, especially the beautiful colors of fall. I'm a fall girl.
I love fall.
You are constantly working and will do anything to achieve your goals, which is true. You work really hard in school. You're witty and cunning like a fox.
Ooh.
You're always on the go, working out or partaking in a physical activity you desire.
Is reading a physical activity?
People like to be around you because you inspire them to do more.
I think I annoy them with my.
So
what were you?
I was the spring court.
You were?
I was.
Okay, did you take a screenshot of what that said?
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
what did that say?
Okay, let me go there.
Oh my gosh, what do you have so many screenshots of text messages in your phone?
Lavender lemon drop martini. I really want to make
good
that.
Stuff for that? Maybe tonight.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to check. Okay. I am the spring court. You bring the spring court to Priathlon. You love floral scents and beautiful gardens. And they are your happy place.
I feel like that's true.
Yeah. You're kind and you're always there for people that you care about.
Yeah.
You like to spend your days relaxing with a book or with your friends for an afternoon picnic.
That's like spot on. What answers did you choose that got you that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I some are similar. I think the animal I chose, wolf. I chose telepathy.
Really?
It was either that or
Telepathy?
healing. Telepathy. Sorry.
Wait, is telepathy the one where you can like move things with their mind, or do you like speak with their mind?
I think that's
like hearing things.
I think you can hear and speak with your mind.
Okay.
I would like to move things around. That would be cool. And that because I couldn't choose between healing, it'd be really cool to heal others too.
I've never.
But then I'm like, do I want to be selfish or not? But my first instinct was that. But then you would never use it.
I guess I'd use it on Zuzu.
I hope you'd use it on me.
Yeah, sure.
You got my asthma or something.
She's become a vet and only heal animals. So like she's magical with animals.
Animals survive surgeries. Yeah. Even if they're really
they don't even have an incision. They're just automatically like she takes them for the day and then they're normal the next.
That'd be so funny. Yeah, no, that's amazing. So before we get into the stories, I feel like this is a story for like a big discussion. So on a local group, I saw a posting.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw a posting and it said, I'm not going to say the name because I know this person. Like, we used to be friends years ago. I would say we're friendly now, but I haven't spoken to her in probably like 10 years. So it said, so-and-so slept with my husband. And now these are giant stickers that are like in the village of this one place. Not my village, but different village.
Stickers are they Photoshop? To me, it looks like they're Photoshop.
No, they're actually stickers.
They're actual.
Someone else in the comments.
Oh my gosh, they're actually like I can go somewhere and then see the stickers. Yes. Okay, who puts that much effort? Like
a scorned wife.
That's kind of hilarious.
It's kind of funny. And then someone had taken a screenshot and put a photo. It was actually at a Tim Hortons, so that's a coffee place around Buffalo, Canada.
I see it.
I don't know which Tim Hortons it is. It was not like.
But yeah, I got all the ones in like 10-mile radius.
So yeah, and I'm like, so at first, being women, like, and I I'm up for some petty revenge, like no one gets hurt. I'm like, yeah, like she should, like if that's true. And then I started thinking, well, wait, I know this person. Like, yeah, what's the story?
I don't see her doing it like knowing. I don't know unless she's changed.
Right.
Like I guess you don't really know someone that well. Like, I don't know. It's one thing if you sleep with someone knowing he's married, but it's another if they like telling you lies and they're like, oh, we're separated or all that, then it's not her fault. But even if she did know, yes, she's still a horrible person. But he's also still worse, and no matter the situation.
Well, I always
they're married. Yes, he's made the commitment. He's the one that needs to be faithful,
right? Like, yeah. So, like, and it's funny. So, discussing this with a friend who also saw it because she lives in that same town where it was posted, like in a Facebook group. One of those local. Like, you live somewhere and it's on Facebook, and she's like, I could totally get it. So we both agreed, like, we get it if this is true, right? Like, she willingly knew this man's married. Mm-hmm. But I'll go off on a side tangent about that. But okay, so let's say 100% proof, that they slept together at least once.
Trying to deal with this,
but
what is the end goal here?
Right, because you know what? Yes, okay, she was horrible in that moment, whether it was a bad decision, so you're a bad person in that moment.
Like, that's your friends complain about her, but like, it doesn't need to be made
because she has kids and family.
Like, yeah, think about like if her children see that. That's kind of awful.
That is kind of awful. Or your coworkers or your boss.
Yeah.
Like your supervisor sees that.
That's pretty bad.
And you know what? She doesn't owe that, unless they're like best friends or related. She doesn't owe that woman anything. Your husband did. So if you're going to call out the woman, I'm all for public shaming. Call out the man.
Say my husband's a cheater.
Yeah, and he slept with this person and she knew. Yeah. Like, you really could have added more, but really to just attack the woman, I don't feel like that's right. But now my friend, when we were discussing it, she completely disagreed. She's like, well, what if there's kids? And what if there's, like, she had a million reasons to not, like, put the man's name on? Like, what if she doesn't want her family involved?
No, names should really be put on public because, jobs, families, like your kids don't know kids, no matter the situation. Yeah. You could be dragged into anything and see like their parents' name posted in the Starbucks.
Like, oh my God, you just trying to get you a pumpkin spice latte. You're like, oh crap, Mom, what you do?
I think because they're like, go, Mom. Bad call on the guy, but good for you getting out there,
getting that D.
So next time you go for someone that's not in a relationship.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, as a woman, like, I don't know, I'm really surprised because I think her husband. I know because I was working with her at the time. The husband? No, not the husband she slept with.
Oh.
But like she was married prior, like years ago. When I first met her, she was married before the divorce, and her kids were young. And she's raised like great kids and whatnot. Like, so she's not a horrible person. She might have made a horrible decision. And I don't know her morals and values now, obviously. But like, she thought he was cheating on her like way back then. So to know what it's like to be cheated on, how could you do that? But men, if you are cheating, you are a liar. No man's gonna be like, oh, I love my wife and my family so much. I can't definitely sleep with somebody.
Well, she's awful to me. We're gonna get a divorce.
Right. So that's what I mean. So like if I had a conversation with her, like give me the tea, what is she really gonna say? Like, what's the real story? I'm sure he could be saying, whether it's true or not, we're going to get a divorce. And of course, then these guys are the victim and she's so terrible and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, the marriage wasn't that terrible because the wife is upset and shocked and now posting things all over.
Yeah,
and
that's pretty
so
bad.
There is that part of me is like, yeah, go. But I think then the man's name needs to be listed too. And then the reality is, what if you have kids? Do you want your kid to go to like football practice?
Listen, sure, tell all of your friends.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be made a whole
public spectacle. I kind of like it though, but that.
The time and effort it takes to make these stickers, like buy them, like she's got to put some money into this, like go around to all these places. That's a lot of effort.
It is a lot of effort. Well, maybe she's staying at home mom. She got some time.
Oh, she could be making her own stickers on a cricket.
She could be. She could have a cricket. Yeah. She could have her own sticker business.
You're right.
Else? You have no idea. Yeah. So without knowing all the facts, it's not right. But like, let's say, okay, she knew he was married, obviously unhappily, because you're not sleeping with someone that's like, I love my wife. Okay, let's have sex. Like that's not happening in reality. So like, I don't know. Like, yeah. So what did the guy say? But I agree. No one should be posting it. I am here for a little petty revenge. But I just feel bad because, like, her daughters might see this.
Yeah, they probably did.
They probably did. Like, and that's humiliating. I wouldn't want my boss to see that. I would die. Like, or my coworkers to see that.
Yeah. Or like even like, I don't know, like if you knew he was married, you wouldn't tell anyone. So like your friends are saying this, like
yeah, that's true. Then they're looking at you like, Shannon, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think so. But what is your feeling like if someone's dating someone and you know it? Clearly he's not happy. So like, okay, then that's okay.
Like, well,
if it's not a friend, like
come back to me when you're actually broken up. Like,
right.
Are you? I don't, unless they're actually, no, I just could never.
I think a lot of people think then you're broken up. Or if it's a new relationship, he started dating this one girl and you kind of know it from Facebook. So then you're talking and then you think, oh, maybe it's not that serious. You know what I mean?
I would say like, oh, I thought I saw you post the girl. What's going on there? But it obviously he would lie if he is. And then that's all on him.
Yeah. So it's very, I don't know, it's tricky, but definitely marriages. If people are married, basically, no matter how unhappy the other person tells you they are,
wait till you see the divorce papers.
Yeah, exactly. At least move out to your own apartment.
Yeah.
Like, because that would show. But if the guy says, I'm going through a divorce, they're still living together.
No, because also I feel like you need some time, like before you, like in between, before you start dating someone right away. Like you shouldn't hop in like, oh, we just got the papers signed, time for a new relationship. Men especially, but women too. What's the saying? Best way to get over somebody is to get under them. Yeah, but usually those aren't the relationships that actually last. That's true. It's them for a little while and then they find someone they actually stay with. That's true. So so if you guys have any opinions, I would actually like comments at our Raining Cats and Dogs subreddit that we have. Yeah, who's at fault? I would love to know. She knows it's 50-50. She doesn't know. It's, I think, all on him. Like, she didn't know. Yeah, and I mean, people have to remember, the person, even if they know, they owe you nothing. But yeah, it's like the person committed to you. 20? Yeah. Yeah, 25, right, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have some responsibility in there. But it's like, yeah. Yeah, you're not the one that made the commitment. You're not the one that said, I do. And obviously, I would hope you wouldn't do that because
This could maybe,
No, I could never, not knowing he was, like, in a relationship.
but my wife is terrible. She's horrible. We're gonna get a divorce, Arianna.
Okay, once you're divorced and you've been living separately for, like, a year, we can talk.
Oh, guys don't take a year. I think women take time.
After
Guys don't take a year.
therapy.
I want to prove they've gone to therapy.
Yeah, I would like to then
Oh God. Yeah, no, he's just gonna move on. But you might have saved yourself some headache.
Yeah, no. Crazy.
It's crazy. All right, let's get into some.
All right, this one just popped up and it sounds interesting. So this is on r/relationship advice. Is there something more between me, 21, male, and escort, 25, female?
Oh, okay.
I recently hired an escort and went to her house. I bought flowers for her, and she was saying how she never got flowers before. We made some small talk. I gave her the money, and we did what we did. She let me stay an extra 45 minutes without any extra payment. Didn't want me to leave after the time was up and texted me after saying she had a great time and wanted me every day along with some other things. I then went to see her another day. I can't remember the time frame, but it was around 2 weeks. I bought flowers again. We talked. But this time she wanted to do it without any protection. We were both clean and safe and had testing, but she states in her profile she doesn't do that. I also stayed an extra hour before I had to leave. She was doing everything she could to not let me leave, lying on top of me, pulling me back, etc. Is there something more there, or does she just enjoy sleeping with me, or is it a hack to get me to keep coming back?
Ooh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. She might just be trying to get him to come back.
Yeah.
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 And I'm sure they all say that they don't. They use protection.
Some commented baby trap. She was checking if he had money first or was from a good family. Google will give her all the info she can get it.
That is true too. I was wondering that too. She's trying to get pregnant, but not if she's got other customers, unless he's the only one and she wants to get out of that business.
Someone else commented, she spotted an easy touch. Bringing flowers like a prom date? Nah. And so now she's pestering you for business because she knows you'll say yes. Find a girlfriend because you fall for her. You're not going to be happy with her day job, are you? Oh, yeah. Congratulations on becoming a daddy when your baby child having unprotected sex. I know you're young and naive, but dude, really?
Yeah, no. Well, I would never have unprotected sex with someone that's an escort.
No. Oh, someone responded to that saying she could already be pregnant and think he's so naive he won't check paternity. Probably convince him to sign birth cert and take responsibility. Not to mention she can use him as an ATM manipulate him like Play-Doh.
Oh, that's harsh.
But I wouldn't think of that.
Oh, she could be already pregnant,
and then early enough along to pass it off as his.
Yeah, that's DNA test in that. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I don't know. I guess
I run DNA tests about it.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like if you're having sex with other people, like there's no judgment. That's what you do. People hook up all the time too, not as a job. So like keep yourself safe and no. Yeah, she could already be pregnant.
Find these services. Like
I don't. Well, look, you were looking for my son's wedding. You were looking, and your brother, obviously, you were looking for escort service for me for a date.
That is
just as a date. Nothing gross.
So it's like, I don't know, everything seemed a little shady, like those websites and stuff.
They seem shady.
Yeah. Oh, we should have gotten you an escort for his wedding. I found a guy named Dave. He's pretty attractive. Seemed good from his bio.
Well, they're not gonna say serial killer in the bio.
But we'd be with you the entire time. Like,
that's true. When he'd come home with me, he would just...
No, we'd meet him off somewhere, pick him up from like a Tim Hortons or something.
Yeah.
Or the airport. I think we had to pay for his travel. It was going to be expensive.
Yeah, it was really expensive. Yeah, no, I was just single and it was fine because that date was not about me. But it would have been nice to have a date. But
yeah, I didn't have a date either.
Yeah, it would have been nice for you to have a date too.
It would have been nice. All right. I just found this one. So this is on r/nice girls. Says, I'm done dating in 24. Heads up, pay for my gas, then I pull up right now. I would be needing gas to pull up to. So this is all on looks like a Tinder chat.
Oh, okay.
So that was from her. And then he said, I mean, you don't got to pull up on me, LOL. I could pull up on you. And then she said, won't want my aunt to notice. She's so weird. If I've got enough gas, I would pull up without asking for anything. Then he said, feel it, but nah, I'm going to pay for one gas if it ain't my shorty. I don't mind meeting somewhere closer to your city, though.
Oh, jeez.
Could you imagine, like, talking to someone that, like, can you give me gas?
No, I can't even. I don't know. Like, I just feel like we're just not the same. Like, I can't even imagine being someone like on like a dating app and be like, hey, oh, well, we can hook up, but I need some gas money.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw one, and they like since I read all those Tinder stories, I keep getting notifications from Reddit for like on the Tinder subreddit, and one is like he's like I paid for 2 of our days. We went somewhere. On the third date, we're gonna go to the shooting range. Brought the gun and the ammo. Asked her to pay for like the shooting range fee, and she said no, not paying for anything on the third date.
Oh,
Oh, the cat's in a hammock under the table. Which one is it? It's so cute.
I can't see. Elsa sees a lump under there.
I can't tell.
The miso or Maisie?
It's miso.
Aw,
There's
miso.
these little cat hammocks, and they're so cute in them.
You say if
They
cat
don't
hammocks
use
under
the
a
one
table.
under the table much, though.
No, I think because they're here, she usually snuggles with us.
Yeah, that's cute.
It is really cute. Okay. Oh, there's a cake story too that I had one.
I was gonna say.
There's a closet story though that reminded me of you
Why?
because you still have clothes from middle school in your closet.
Okay, I don't think I have any clothes from middle school anymore. I got rid of that in the last round I went through my closet. It's just high school clothes now. But I'm slowly getting rid of it. I'm going with like the thing, like if I don't like how I look in it, like there's no point in like saying like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight or whatever. Just get rid of it and be happy in the clothes I have.
Are you kidding? Like I have a whole. I should bin them up actually. I have a whole like row in my walk-in closet because it's just me, so I use the whole thing. I don't have to share it. So and it's all clothes. So if I lose weight, then I can wear this.
See, that's not healthy mindset though. The clothes,
But I need to lose weight.
You shouldn't fit the clothes.
I don't think any designers would ever say that. Not that I have anything designed. My stuff's like from Shein.
Designer clothes.
Yeah.
I don't have designer shoes.
I do have designer purse from you.
I don't know what you call that. Designer? It's a very cheap designer.
An affordable designer.
Oh, there we go. Low end designer.
But that purse probably
You're right. It's high end to us.
That's sad. And I'm now we can't even say the name of the designer, but yeah. No, that makes me sad.
But
I love my purse.
no, it's an affordable designer.
Yes. It's not like Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, no. I love Louis Vuitton.
Mm-hmm.
Can't ever afford it. That's my goal in life, to be able to purchase a pair of red bottom shoes.
I could paint them red on the bottom. They'll get in from Schmalmart and then
That's just bad. I'd rather just have Walmart shoes and paint them.
She also say Schmalmart, the big.
Walmart.
Yes.
Walmart is great. I love Walmart.
Yes.
All right, this is a long one.
Well, you can read it. Or do you want me to read it?
I will read it. It's r/best of Redditor dates. Hold on, I just lost it. Okay.
Just take your time.
Trigger warning: homophobia and entitlement.
Oh.
Am I the asshole for refusing to share my recipe? Originally posted to Am I the Asshole by TA-won't share recipe.
Okay.
At the risk of sounding trite, my upbringing was not a good one. I, 58 male, am the youngest of a large dysfunctional family. While I'm at least cordial with them, I would prefer to have as little contact with my surviving siblings as possible. One sister, Beth, I did get along with, has since passed on. I'm not what you consider an expert baker, but I enjoy it. My late sister and I used to get together for Christmas at her place. One of my contributions to the dinner was a cheesecake I made from a recipe I found on the internet. The first time I tried it, I thought it was decent, but also felt I could improve it. Over the years, I've experimented with the recipe, adding new ingredients, changing the amounts of other ingredients. I eventually perfected the recipe. I think I've done a sufficient modifications to make it officially my cheesecake recipe. Since my sister's passing, I still make it and give it away to friends in Beth's memory. I've gotten so many compliments on it, even some saying it's the best cheesecake they've ever tasted. One person I made it for paid me very generously to make another one. The problem now arises when another of my sisters, Jean, came down for a visit. I wasn't happy about this, but I humored her. For those who want to know why I don't care to see her, she's very religious and condemns gay people insisting that anyone who's gay chose to be gay. I also shared with her a story about some cruel treatment I used to receive from yet another of our sisters, Anne, and Jean flat out said she didn't believe that Anne was ever so cruel. So essentially, Jean has called me a liar twice. She asked me to make the cheesecake I made for Beth and me, so I did. She loved it and asked for the recipe. I gave her the website I got the recipe from, and not my version. However, upon making it herself when she returned home, she quickly picked up on the fact that this wasn't the version I made for her. So I conceded that I may have changed one or two things and suggested she experiment with it and make it her own. But she wanted to know the exact recipe I used. I refused, saying that it was my recipe and I'm not giving it out. Although I did give it to my best friend's teenage daughter, Allison, who's starting her own baking business. Since my best friend is chosen family, I decided I could share it with his daughter, but told her it was a family recipe now and to share only with her children when she has them, and she says she understood. But we're family, my sister protested. Oh, you are so not my family, I thought. She persisted in badgering me for it, and even gotten her own kids involved. Truthfully, I have nothing against her kids or any other of my siblings' kids. It's just my siblings themselves that I would prefer to have nothing to do with. Even two of our other siblings have joined in demanding my recipe. This isn't persuading me, it's only making me angry. Am I the asshole for refusing to share my recipe?
No.
No, I wouldn't share my recipe.
No, he didn't have a good upbringing.
What he started with, so I feel like that's fair.
That's fair.
It's the base of what he started with. He could have just said, "Oh yeah, I experiment and change it all the time. Like it's up to you to change it."
Yeah. I mean, it was nice that he even made it for her since she didn't treat him that great.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I honestly feel like, no, he's not the asshole at all.
He's not the asshole.
And I do think it's really sweet that he gave it to his friend's child.
Bakery, that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
I find it really sweet. No, I think recipes are very personal
Mhm.
and you share them with people that are closest to you, whether it's family or the family you choose.
That reminds me, we've got like cookie dough in the fridge. That'd be really nice to have some cookies.
Yeah, I got a pumpkin spice one.
I know, they look good.
Yeah.
All right. So the verdict was not the asshole. Relevant comment from OP. This was a comment. So why did you make this super special cake for her when she visited? He replied with, I should have included it in my post. Beth was the only sibling who accepted me as a gay man. So of course she'd be the first of my siblings to die. Gee, thanks God. I like to call Beth's cheesecake since I spent all that time perfecting it. I know that Beth would want me to make it for Jean. I freely admit Beth is a much better person than I am. As I said in my original post, I'm not really all that great of a baker. I can make good stuff, but I think it's more due to quality ingredients that I choose. Like I can make a great chocolate chip cookies, but that's because I use the Ghirardelli chocolate chips. Quality ingredients really does make a difference. They also looked the right mixture of dark brown sugar, light brown sugar, and white sugar to get the right texture. Apart from that, I just followed the recipe on the bag. You can't really go wrong with that.
You really can't. Though I would like to make some baked goods now with some French butter.
French butter?
So French butter has more fat. That's why everyone loves the French thing. But it's actually better for you. French men live longer. They don't have the heart disease that we have here.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would like to use French butter with some baked goods and try it.
And where do you get French butter around here?
I can go to Schmegman's. Just put a shush and put everything. No, I like Wegmans. I can go to a local grocery store and not the local one, but like Wegmans, and they have like imported cheeses and butters.
Okay.
Depending on how much. So obviously I'm not making mass quantity baking like at Christmas time. It's literally like, okay, I'm making 12 cookies or however cookies this makes, and let's try with the French butter. But I'm almost wondering if it's more fat if you got to change everything.
You probably need a whole different recipe.
Yeah.
You need the French cookie recipe.
Or just move to France. I don't really want to move to France. I'd move to like the Netherlands, Denmark, or Ireland.
That's very nice.
I could visit France, though. It'd be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There's an update. First, thank you everyone for all the thoughtful replies. I have upvoted all of you, even those who disagreed with me. I was very touched with some of your comments and got rather emotional. Not even sure why. And some of you are outright hilarious. But you also gave me something important to think about. Namely, why am I even bothering to walk on eggshells trying to placate people who have rejected me? I guess I was so used to doing it for the sake of our mother. Our father died when I was 18, but mom died in 2015, and Beth died about a year and a half later. So who am I keeping up this facade for? Because I happen to live in Florida, and they live up north. They refer to my home, which I purchased without the help from anyone, as the vacation home, which is why Jean felt free to invite herself to my house. So I don't need to keep the peace for anyone, especially for the people who are so openly, gosh, that's a big word, contemptuous
I don't even see
of me and have me adopting this servile role to stay in the family's good graces. Well, screw their good graces. I finally realized that I don't give a shit if they like me or not. So I follow the suggestions if you have made and block them. And it actually feels quite nice to have done it. Ow, this cat's clawing at me under the table.
She's playing. So cute. It's having a little paw. Yeah, I mean, if people, first of all, I would never think of like any of my family members' home. The home that they live in is a vacation home.
No.
I mean, I might, hey, like we live up north. So I'm like, oh, hey, they live in Florida. I'm going to visit vacation.
I'd like say like, oh, do you mind if we stay with you for 2 nights? But I don't plan a whole vacation, like staying in your home for my vacation.
For a whole week.
Yeah, that's weird.
It'd be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Though people like that. We're just more like introverts and used to our own, like, we're like on our own island here. That's why I worry about you getting your own apartment, because then you'd be on your own island by yourself. I'll never see you.
That's fine. We can build a nice bridge. Have a little boat.
Have a boat.
Go from island to island as well. This cat keeps touching my foot.
Well, this is the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. She's allowed.
Hurts.
She's adorable.
You a little paw sticking out. Oh, no, her head sticking out. Wondering where my foot went.
Cute. Anyway, we're gonna get back to this.
People
that are rooting for you just being you, and you can't be your authentic self around them without them criticizing or judging you. They are not your family.
No.
Terrible.
No. Annoying. Don't let her in the house again.
No, I say, oh, I didn't know I would hope she communicates that they're showing up. They're not just showing up like it's their vacation house.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Could you imagine like someone showing up and you're like, oh, hey. Well, I didn't clean out a bedroom for you, so sorry.
All right. This next one is r/Petty Revenge by Saline Cube 99.
All right.
Petty revenge against annoying passenger on a long flight.
Petty revenge. Do you should, I don't know what this is, but like, do you think you should give up your seat? Like if you pay extra or not, do you think, but especially if you pay extra to have a certain seat, do you think you should give it up for people so they can sit together?
No, unless they have like a really good reason. Like if they just like, I don't know, we're late booking it or anything, like, and it's 2 adults, you don't need to sit next to each other for the flight. If I paid extra for I wouldn't downgrade my seat. No, I got a window seat because I really want the window. I paid extra or got an aisle seat for some reason. I need the aisle seat. And then they want me to move to a middle seat. Not doing it.
Yeah, all the stories that I've read, it's always a lesser seat.
It's always a lesser seat. Like, no. Then they're doing it on purpose. Yeah. Like, that's what it seems like. But if, like, I don't know, if there's some, like, medical emergency and, like, it's for me, like, and then if I'm like, okay, I guess I don't really need to sit here, seems like they really do need it more. And it's not just them trying to get away with not paying extra for the seat. I would give it up.
Yeah, or I've seen a story like an old couple had never flown together, but they just booked the seats. They didn't know what they were really doing. I would give it
up for them. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, because they're elderly and that's so sweet. But if you're like regular age, but a lot of people do it with kids because then the people know you're gonna feel bad, so they'll pay extra for their seats, but not the rest of their families, assuming someone will move for my child.
That's annoying. No, wouldn't do it.
No, but then do you want to be sitting next to a 2-year-old on a flight?
It depends. Sometimes they're cute.
So that's true.
I'll teach you bad things.
All right.
All right. So when your mommy talks to you, use a swear word.
No.
Not kids.
No, that's true, but no. But sometimes kids are just super cute.
Now, whenever mommy tells you to do something, you put up your middle finger.
Would not do that, but that's funny. I raised you better. But those are things you think about. But no, if they're cute. But if they're crying because they want their mommy, actually, a 2-year-old can really just go on their lap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. What is this story?
All right. So, petty revenge against an annoying passenger on a long flight. So, I was on this long ass flight from Brisbane on a proper sized jet. Lots of people because it was the summer and everyone was going either or to or returning from vacation.
Europe, the vacation.
I wish I could vacation.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, for this very long flight, I was situated behind this brat. He looked about 15 or 16-ish, but certainly didn't act like it. For one thing, he kicked the seat constantly and blast loud, annoying music from his Switch. He's old enough to know that.
Yeah, he's old enough.
His dad apologized and tries to get him to settle down. I just tried to ignore him. Hard to do with the kicking and loud music. They seem to be having some sort of argument on top of all this, too. Like towards the end of the flight, but still had many hours to go. Eventually, his dad has enough and actually tells him to go sit next to me. I roll my eyes but smile and try to be polite, only to be greeted by a grunt from the young man. I'm on the aisle seat with one of the few free seats next to me by the window. He pushes past as I get out of my seat for him, not saying sorry or excuse me or anything, and continues to blast his loud music from his Switch and swig from a Mountain Dew bottle. I politely try and talk to him, but he quite literally gives me the finger.
Oh my God.
But he's been already. Hold on.
See, he rode on a prior flight with Arianna.
He rode with me when he was 2. Well, he's been already finished Mountain Dew bottle and into a second. It was the only drink available at the store where we departed after we went through security and had to toss all liquids. So I put my rucksack back by where he could at least try to squeeze past and I put my tray table down. Then pretended to sleep with my earpods in, listening to a podcast. Later, he gets up and is like, "Move, I need the bathroom." I pretend not to hear him. He tries to shut past, but Dad is like, "Don't you dare push past someone sleeping. Sit back or you're in so much trouble when we land." He whines, but sits back down, probably regretting drinking all that Mountain Dew. The next hour, I could hear him squirming. As soon as the seatbelt sign chimed, I suddenly roused from sleep and asked him pleasantly if he had a good flight. He was literally holding himself and looking uncomfortable. The phrase "back teeth floating" comes to mind. He whines about needing to go bad, but I say it's unfortunate the seatbelt sign is on. Now the sign is on, but there's still drinks out, and I still have a plastic glass and a bottle of water. I slowly pour out my water in front of him, making a real show of it, taking a rather noisy drink. When the plane finally landed, he was crossing his legs tight. Took ages to offboard everyone, and I spent a few minutes chatting to the dad as the plane emptied out. All the while, the boy is sitting there looking uncomfortable. When we finally got to enter the terminal, he was carrying hand luggage and walking awkwardly. I lost track of them by that point, but I did notice the huge lines for passport control and the distinct lack of bathrooms until you enter the main terminal.
That is petty. I personally, I would have done it for a little while, but I know what it's like to have to go to the bathroom. So I would have done it the whole time. Like, because he was kind of a jerk and wanting to rub past. And after what the dad said, I would have waited a bit. But then I would have acted like I woke up and then let him go to the bathroom. Like, I mean, you don't want the guy peeing his pants, even though the kid's rude. He sounds like he's a really rude kid, and the dad seems like he's trying to do his best by him. But just a kid with an attitude.
Yeah.
Any good comments?
Looking through, nothing seen too much. That was hard to read with the slang terms. What is? Never heard of that saying before. Where was it?
Oh, the teeth?
Yeah, yes, I don't know. Teeth floating. Never heard of that phrase.
I love like
that thing.
I don't know. Kind of like Love Island when they have different slang, like from Australia.
What are you saying?
I don't know what they're saying, but I love it. Yeah, no, I don't know what they're saying there. That's funny. Yeah, do you know a lot of people like in Europe? They're like on holiday all of July.
That sounds nice. I should move to Europe.
They have better vacation schedules, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, saying plastic glass. So I was like, I just want to giggle at your plastic glass. I know you meant a plastic cup, but funny because you can't have a plastic glass.
But I knew what they were saying.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Should have let him out for the bathroom, not let him back into the empty seat, make him sit in his seat again.
That's funny. No, I really like, I don't know, I like petty revenge, but I think they took it too far. I would have let him go.
These people are just commenting how they wrote this. Like, the letter D is free to use on your keyboard because all of the ands were just and, like,
Oh, and
makes for much easier reading. Sorry, I couldn't finish the end of your story.
wow, rude.
Like, ever heard of the enter key?
But like some English might not be their first language.
Yeah.
There was a story I had seen on there I was going to share to our Reddit or subreddit, but you could tell English is the first language. Like, oh, you're going to have to really, you'll stumble when you read, like, because it's harder to read sometimes.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy all the slang.
Yeah. I have to start using that. Is it? The phrase back teeth floating comes to mind.
Back teeth floating. I don't understand what that means.
So he was in the sentence of he was literally holding himself and looking uncomfortable. So I guess
back teeth floating. Like when you go like this face?
I guess.
I don't know. Back teeth floating.
Interesting. I think that's it for today.
I think so. We've had good evening. We talked a lot.
Yes.
Solve the petty world's problems.
Yeah.
Not at all, actually.
I'm thirsty. I need some water. I'm parched. You know that one SpongeBob episode where he's like dried out with me right now?
Oh, okay, yep. My favorite SpongeBob episode was when he thought everyone thought he was ugly, but it was because he ate onions and he had bad breath.
Oh,
there was It was just my favorite.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I miss the old SpongeBob. Have you seen like clips of the new one? It's
no.
Weird.
Does it?
On TikTok, you know, where I get all my media information.
I to the point where that's where I get my news. I don't even know if it's real anymore or not.
Yeah.
I find myself Googling things. Is this happening? Is this true?
I just realized we left out all the condiments for dinner and those really need to get put away. Is that ranch bad now?
We have soy sauce, ranch, barbecue sauce,
hot garlic sauce.
and hot garlic sauce.
One of those goes bad after sitting out for a couple hours.
Probably the ranch. Everything else is acidic.
Is that the ranch with the broken cap? Because one was sitting in our pantry for the longest time, and every time I'd open the door, it just would fall to the ground.
Oh, no, I threw that out.
The seal looked fine. I put it in the fridge eventually.
Great. So the day I had the stomach issues, maybe I used ranch on something.
Could have been.
Great.
I don't use ranch that often. I'm more of a sriracha mayo person.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
I use ranch.
How do you say the short version of mayonnaise?
Mayo.
Yeah, mayo.
You don't sound like you're meowing.
Mayo. The one time in the store, I was saying we need to get some mayo, and she was like, "Why are you meowing at me?"
I'm like, why she's meowing at me right now?
What we need to get mayo. Mayo. That's why when I worked as a server, I would always just say mayonnaise. I would never say
mayo. You say it's so cute. I like
mayo.
Well, this like Anthony used to pick on me all the time for how I say bag.
Are you begging for something, or do you need a bag to put things in?
I say it the way I'm supposed to say.
No, your bag and bag sound very similar.
Okay.
So it is on this.
I like to bag my groceries. Yes. And I'm begging you to stop picking on me.
They both sounded like bag.
Bag and bag. I say them different. There's bag, then there's bag.
Completely the same.
Whatever. Not going to change now. I'm not going to take speech path. I do have friends. I do have a friend that's a speech path.
Yeah, my spelling I feel like has gotten worse.
My spelling has gotten way worse. Like I was never.
I think because we're just so reliant on like spell check and stuff nowadays. Like I've lost the actual stuff. So we pin up in school. Like we print out our boards and we pin up and like have go over them like reviews. So like other people can see your work, like that kind of thing. And one thing is a precedent board. Like we looked at buildings, like, you know, as a precedent, studied them. So like when you're designing your own, you're not just designing in like some from scratch because, you know, everything's already been done. So you're studying like what was successful in other buildings and what was not. Mm-hmm. And I spelled precedent wrong. And then someone else from another team was like, yeah, my partner worrying that he spelled precedent wrong. I was like, no, just can't spell.
Wasn't your spell check automatically on your computer?
Yes, but it came from a template. So we used like an InDesign file. Came from the template from our professor, which I think he grew up in Spain. So because it's from his like computer, the spell check is in Spanish.
Oh.
So it was trying to turn into a Spanish word at first until I changed the settings, which I did after that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like it didn't recognize it.
Oh yeah, we definitely rely on spell check way too long. That's actually kind of funny.
I haven't had a day yet where I've like gotten like I told my partner, I was like, don't worry, I'll have it together for a review Monday. So I've either had a spelling wrong or I'm like, oh my God, there's just a random line on that drive.
Oh geez.
She's like, it's fine. She spelled diagrammatic wrong the one day. So I think we're about the same on what's going on. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Go on to our Reddit and comment or give us some funny stories.
Let's do some write-ins. It's on raining_CND_pod, capital C and capital D.
Yes. And subscribe, follow us. We are now on Podbeam and Apple Podcasts. I do hope to change it eventually to be everywhere.
Instagram. Don't follow my personal Instagram. I don't want people I know that I have a podcast.
What? You want everyone to know that you have a podcast.
No, don't share it.
You don't?
No.
Wow, rude. Yeah, one of our friends, because I friended her, was shocked. She didn't even know you had a podcast.
I know she wants to come on, so she'll definitely be a guest.
Yes. So yes, check out our Instagram, Raining Against the Dogs podcast, and follow, subscribe.
Woo.
Thank you, and have a good night. And
bye.
Wait, what's I saying?
I'm not what you're saying.
You used to say goodbye. I say
say bye.
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 Have a good one.
Or no.
No, they must be kind and have a good time.
Have the day you deserve.
That's just karma.
Yeah.
Have the day you deserve. Bye-bye.